I cannot give my kidney or my liver to anybody. I won't. If that is the only reason for me to be loyal, I will not be. But I will not do the wrong thing. I will stand on the side of right. Let me remind them. It is Fubara that signed the paper for borrowing from Zenith Bank 200 billion for the construction of Ring Road. So it is my project. It is Fubara that has awarded Trans-Calabari Road that they couldn't do. They did only a bridge from Krakrama. I am the one doing it. 225 billion. I didn't borrow. It is this same Fubara that is building a general hospital, which I also included a psychiatric hospital, because they will need it very soon in their place.
Sim Fubara might not be entirely wrong, because it is grand delusion for someone to think that he is bigger than several other people just because he is close to Tinubu, because he is the minister for FCT, and he also thinks that he has the judiciary in his pockets. He can audaciously threaten anyone without consequence. He just feels that the sky is the limit, that he is untouchable.
People don't have integrity. Don't ever you think that they are fighting me. They're not fighting me. I'm too big. I'm too big. I'm too big. If you don't recognize somebody who is bigger than you, then you know you are sick. I'm far. All of them put together, they cannot stand it.
There is no doubt that the rhetoric between the two main political rivals in Rivers State is increasing, largely because of the struggle for the party structure in Rivers State. Then the most important one, the upcoming local government election in Rivers State. The election is scheduled to hold on the 5th of October, that's Saturday this week. And the main obstacle to that election right now is the fact that a federal high court in Abuja ordered INEC not to release the voter register to the State Independent Electoral Commission in Rivers State. The court also ordered the police, the army, and the SSSS not to provide security in the election. So it's obvious they don't want that election to hold. One of the reasons cited by the court was that the State Independent Electoral Commission did not give adequate time before setting the date for the election. They mentioned 90 days or so. What is surprising coming from the ruling, or maybe not surprising, because Nigeria's judiciary today is a complete joke. The same court ruled in the negative when this type of matter was brought from Kwara State. The court felt it wasn't enough to stop the local government election from holding. They allowed the election to hold. And now, in the case of Rivers State, which is nearly exactly the same thing, the court is now turning around and saying no, the election shouldn't hold. So what is going on here? Hopefully they appeal before Saturday, or if they don't appeal and go on to hold the election, they will use that in the future and say, this election wasn't legal in the first place, that they should cancel it. Maybe there is also a grand plan to delay the election in Rivers State until they are able to use the National Assembly to change the law so as to make INEC, that's the federal INEC, responsible for conducting local government elections in all the states. These people are capable of the unimaginable, although this falls under a constitutional amendment which requires them to get 2/3 from all the state assemblies for it to pass. But they might introduce this as an ordinary bill, and before you know it, it has been signed into law and they will start enforcing it. So if this is the grand plan, that they want to use the judiciary and other methods to delay the local government election in Rivers State until such a time that they have a law empowering the federal INEC to conduct local government elections, so that they can be able to maneuver and rig the election their usual way in someone's favor, then Rivers people must resist. It is already dangerous for Rivers State that someone that is no longer in office, that's talking about Wike, is trying hard to continue being in office through Sim Fubara. That's why Sim Fubara made that reference that he can't give his kidney or anything to be considered loyal. How much more if it isn't wicked that the election is rigged in his favor? Someone who has the federal might, who controls the federal INEC, can rig the election in his favor. He can simply stay in Abuja and appoint people who will be rigged into office in different local government areas in Rivers State. So that means outside.
It is more better for a nation to coexist than to live together to cease to exist. The issue of Nigeria, can't you see, is not working? Everything is stagnant. Everything is stuck. Why? Because the corrupt leaders among the politicians, they don't want people to go and take care of themselves. They are taking advantage of one Nigeria, using it to strip the rest off from their opportunities and their needs. It's not going to work like that. What is the way out? What is the solution to the Nigeria problem? It's either everybody return back to their regional government or revolution will end it at the end. It will end it. There's no how you can prevent it. You don't do this, you don't do it. So there's no other way out. Let us return back to the regional government. At least local governments can understand their unique needs. It's only can understand the needs of his people and challenges of their community. That will be better than central government. Federal government. Corruption is spreading from federal government. Rigging of election is through federal. They are able to carry it out. So it is very important everybody go back to regional government to solution all this problem. To implement solution to the problem of Nigeria. If you ask me, I would just say let's go back to region. Let everybody, let them go back to the regional government. If you want to implement solution, that is the only way. So that, because this vehicle, the federal government cannot drive the vehicle of this one Nigeria. It's only the local government who can drive the economic growth by focusing on their regional strength according to their strength. They will also, according to, you see, God, He gave them the talent. He gave them gift according to their ability. So it's applicable. So regional government, they will drive their economic growth by their strength, by them focusing on their strength and opportunities. This will include by supporting local businesses, attracting investments, and creating jobs for their people. They will improve in services. When local region manage their own affairs, they can provide more efficient and effective public services for their people, such as healthcare. This one with a whole Nigeria. Nigeria government, Nigeria president will still be going to France to take medical treatment because they are not able to do that. Why say we are one Nigeria? So when everybody return back to regional government, so healthcare will be there will be sustainability on overhead, the area of issue of healthcare. Education will have value. Infrastructure, and many other benefits. So it's only when we return back to regional government, everybody return back to regional government, that they can be able to have this oneness. This one Nigeria, can't you see it's not working? This oneness, there's one Nigeria is not working. There can only be unity in one community when they are able to engage themselves, communicating to themselves, encouraging themselves. They participate on things together. That will encourage them in order for them to have that oneness. that unity. But the way it is now, can't you see it's not working? So you see, they will be, on the name of one Nigeria, demanding for what impossible, what is not possible from local government leaders. It's very bad. So let everybody share Gary for my liking.